Welcome back, guys. In this one, we're going to be fixing up this dirt lifter, making it so it drops down to the ground a little bit lower, making sure that I don't have all of this slop that's in here. Let's get stuck into it, eh? Dale digs down under. I'm digging down under me shed. So what I've done to sort out this dirt lifter, I've got some marks on here, on each one of these. I'm going to have to get the angle grinder down here, cut all of these base bits off. I'm a bit concerned about this part here, because it's actually holding the little wheel in the trolley part. I don't know if you can see that if I poke you up there. There we go. You can see that little wheel there. So when I let that go, whole bloody thing's going to want to swing in there, isn't it? Maybe what I can do is I can cut a piece of this stuff out of this bit here, which I used as my marking stick, and then weld it in there first, so that way it braces these bits together where they sit, and then cut that one and that one, so then it'll be a flush bit across there. Put the wheel in that I want to put on the front on this piece of metal there, and then it's pushing against that, and then I can undo this and pull that bit off. So that's going to have to be how I attack it. Well, let's get stuck into fixing this thing up, eh? It appears that I've cut up these bits here for no bloody good reason. I was hitting up the guys over on Patreon what they reckoned about this whole setup. My mate Subterranean Ralph, he's said to us that the further away that I make these two wheel points from each other, the less leverage force that this is actually going to have on my timber here. So what I'm actually planning to do now is pull out this one here and move the wheel down to this point here, and then pull out that one there and do the same over on this side, and that should decrease the leverage that I have when I've got a load on this top part. So I think that's going to be the trick. Everything always bloody changes when you're doing these things. I'm definitely not no engineer. I don't know physics. I know about leverage, and as soon as he mentioned that, I'm like, all right, yep, we'll fix this up. So that'll put this wheel over here running on this face, and then that wheel there will run on this face here, and that should counteract the two. Another one of my mates that I hit up, he reckons that I should actually have put this winch right up the top there if I could. So if you guys are trying to build anything like this, having the winch right up the top would be the best place to have it as well. But this is welded on and I'm not moving it. He reckons that'll be all right too, so I'm taking his advice, and I'm always happy to get any advice from you guys, because bloody hell, there's a lot of people out there with a lot of knowledge, and I don't have all of the bloody knowledge in my head, so I'm always happy to take on anything you guys say. Let's get stuck into undoing this and moving these wheels to this side, eh? I think I'll just do one at a time, and that'll fix up that problem. I'm just going to have to deal with this being a little bit higher than I wanted it to be, but that's neither here nor there. What I might be able to do, take a bit out of the top here, because this bolt here is down there, and I can actually take that off of there, remodify this top part where the lid sits on, reduce it by about 90mm, bring it down a bit lower. So that's probably going to be a good shout. We'll get that sorted out as well. I really want to get it to the point where I can ride this thing up and down. I know it's sketchy for this winch, but the same bloke that said to me, move this up to the top, he reckons that if I feel it let go, all I have to do is jump just before it hits the ground and I'll be fine. Bloody smart ass bugger he is, but I ain't gonna try that. All right. And the other thing that he mentioned too was to drill through here, put a bit of threaded rod through, and just do quite a few of them. Put a washer on this side and this side, and put a nut to hold it and sandwich it all together. So that way I'm not just relying on these wood screws to hold the bloody whole frame together. And I think what I'm going to do as well, that side there is one continuous piece of timber. This one here is made out of 3 bits of scrap that I had laying around. I'll replace that whole piece of timber there as well. And that way I've got 2 solid lengths and sandwiched and properly levered. Oh, we're looking good, guys. She'll be bloody awesome, this thing. Well, let's get into it, eh? There we go, guys. There's one wheel attached now. Just had to hit it with a bloody power drill because I can't find the charger for my battery one at the moment. So that leaves me a bit stuffed, but I use this one for mixing up tile glue and things like that. So that's come in very handy, but I did have to search for it too. I couldn't find the bloody thing, but at least one of them showed up. I've got that attached all the way through to the other side, and I've used a lock nut on there. I've got it down deep enough that the nylock is actually locked in. Don't pay attention to that welding there. And now I've just got to sort out that other side. I've got to lift it up to get these things out. I use my hand lathes, get that undone. Call them a hand lathe because they pretty much round everything you put them on. Makes sense, doesn't it? Alright, let's lift this thing up. See how I go actually moving it upwards. Then I can get that one undone. We can switch it round. And I've also still got the hole dug here, and I haven't put in that piece of board yet because I know that I'll probably end up having to get the drill in there or hold the wheel up in there and then mark it with a pen and then do my pilot hole. Once I've got the pilot hole in, then I can run the big drill through from this side. That's working good. I like the look of that. Oh, geez, don't fall down. I'll lift it up a bit higher so that way I can stand in underneath it and get my spanner up in that track. To undo this thing, I'm having to put my shifter up inside here, get it to lock on to that nut, and then undo this one. So, a bit hard to do holding the phone showing you it, so I just keep cracking on and I'll show you when I'm done. I don't have quite enough space to get the drill back in the nook here, so I'm going to have to chip it out with the old bloody pinch bar, get a bit of dirt out of there, and then I'll be able to fit my drill in so I can make that hole coming this way into the rack. Another little thing that I thought was right. My battery powered drill, she fit in there beautifully, but not the corded one. There we go. She's bloody fitted. I definitely reckon that's going to be a huge improvement, guys. Didn't take too much work. Didn't have to do any of that welding that I thought I was going to have to do, so that's a bonus. Now we can send this welder back up the top, get rid of it off the lift, drill back out. Then I can start stripping this platform down and get it set up properly so that way I've taken a bit of height out of it. Not too bad, eh? I reckon we're doing all right there, guys. Making good progress. That's perfect. Oh, Absolutely bloody perfect. I went ahead and took off that platform like I said, but it's not going to work. My wheels are almost at the top there, so I can't bring it up any higher without taking that wheel down lower. And then without the platform on top of it, she doesn't sit flush with this deck up here anymore. So that's not going to be much good for dropping that flap down and doing that type of thing. So I'm going to have to bolt that top section back onto it. Even though I sat there with the shifter and undid all that with the shifter because I struggled to get anything in the bloody hole down there to get those screws out. Well, we work these things out as we go, don't we? So Charlie would like to say hello. How you going, buddy? Say hello to everyone. He's a happy boy. And on that note, I'm going to love yous and leave yous. So remember, small knocks break bloody big rocks. See you soon. And thanks heaps to all my Patreons for your continued support. If you too would like to support the channel, there's a link down in the description about where you can go and jump on over to Patreon and help us out. So, thanks guys.